coming up. So fired. Get out. You're ignorant. Beauty's ignorant. You're an idiot.
In today's episode, Mushiya Tells what really went down behind the scenes and cutting it in the ATL. Bosses in love, baby.
Let the beat rock. Let the beat rock. Let the beat rock. Let the beat rock.
Oh, you know I'm so beautiful, and I'm so much better than your girl. Now I know you wish I was your girl. I look better, I move better.
Bosses in love, baby.
Welcome to Bosses in Love with Lou and Mushiya, where we explore how to navigate from the boardroom to the bedroom and everything in between. I am Mushiya, your host.
And I am Lou.
I understand the words coming out of your mouth, honey. Speak English. Are you kidding me?
What did Dedra really say in the Bugaloo scene? I think that was season 1. We also gonna talk about Mushiya balancing life with all the chaos. This episode is brought to you by Zufire, igniting. Is reality TV real?
You know, that's a question that's always asked to me. Is reality TV real? Let me put it like this. Reality TV is very real and simultaneously very fake. Okay? And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's real people with real emotions and a lot of times very fake situations that you wouldn't really get yourself in real life. But they'll put you in those situations as a real person with real emotions. You know, when I met some of these girls, which I met on set, I didn't know not one soul of them.
Yeah. I think a lot of times people mistaken that part. They think that, these people already met or knew each other. It's I think it's no different than casting for movies and find the right actors to play certain parts. So go ahead.
So I didn't know them, and a lot of these women, upon meeting me, all they wanted to do was try to insult me and do what they thought would make reality TV or make them the star of the show. I was confused. I was new to this shit. I'm like, this is what we're doing? I'm confused. Why every single word and other word and action that comes out from this woman is to come and just cut me or try to harm me as a black woman. I was just really confused, And so there are things that have happened and that have been said that in real life, the way that you act and the way that you are in real life, I would never sit with you again. You are not my type of people. You are not my type of company. And when you're stupid as such, you will never be allowed to be in my presence again. Right?
You know what? I kind of want to take it back, right? A lot of people don't know how did you get on the show? How did the show come about? Let's give the backstory to that.
Well, the backstory is that this is a show that was being shopped to WeTV prior to my knowledge and the production company approaching me. And Beauty was actually the star of that show. Mm-hmm. And, well, it wasn't selling. The networks weren't picking it up yet, okay? They said she has some potential, but not quite what it takes. So I think what they suggested is that find other people in the beauty industry to support this, main actress or main act, and that's when they started looking for other people in the industry. And apparently, a lot of people had told them about Mushiya, and oh my gosh, you got to get Mushiya, you got to get Mushiya. So when they approached me, they said, hey, we really want you to do this show. And I said, absolutely not. I don't do reality TV. I don't even watch reality TV. I don't like that shit.
You know what? I remember getting that call because I think I got the call first. They called you. Prior to this, you were like, before YouTube was YouTube, the damn salon, the damn girls, was a thing online. I remember, you had a bunch of followers on YouTube before it was a thing. So they watch your videos, because the damn salon was the thing. So once I got that call and I told you about it, and I remember you were not receptive to it, at first. Like, I had to do a lot of convincing. Even myself, I wasn't too receptive to it. But I had to take myself out of it and think about the business. And I think that's when I convinced you as well, too. Just tell you, even though we didn't really know the power of TV back then, but I looked at it as, you having a big audience because you were blowing up on YouTube with the damn salon and everything that you did. People were actually taking interest in what you were doing because you had started a movement with the whole natural hair. So, and I think when we looked at it, we talked about, what it would do for the business. After a lot of convincing, I think I was able to convince you.
And they convinced us that it was going to be about black, powerful women doing amazing and great things in the industry. What they failed to tell me is that was the back end story. The real story is we're going to put a bunch of black women in the same room
and duke
and
it out.
make them
fight
do and say stupid shit to each other, and then boom, see what happens, right? So
Yeah.
you're putting real people with real emotions in fake motherfucking scenarios.
I think that's the difference between a scripted TV shows versus reality. A lot of times they have an idea what they want, what they want the show to be about, but there's no script. So what they do, they'll just put all the characters together, and then they'll probably just have one scenario. They do what's called a beat. They'll give you a beat on what they want you to talk about, and then once you put a whole bunch of women or a whole bunch of people together, and they start having conversation, a storyline is gonna come out of that.
You gonna turn your voice down?
It is your 59th year in the industry, bitch. Just enjoy that and shut the hell up.
She gotta go.
It's important for me to support people in this industry who've had longevity. It's a big deal. Like, 61 years is a lot. I'm gonna support her.
So they put all of these women in the same space, and they tell all of these women opposing stories. So they'll tell one woman that, hey, they're all here to come and wish you a happy birthday. But then they'll tell the other woman that she was saying this about you, and
Yep.
what better place to confront her than at her birthday party. Meanwhile, the other girl thinks that she's coming because she's supporting this other person's birthday, but then they're going to tell her that the other girl actually can't stand you and is trying to go behind your back and steal your hairline. So she's going to be at the birthday party. And so you probably should say something to her there. So you have, again, real women with real emotions in very fake scenarios. Shit is going to break loose, hands down. I mean, I'm just a gangster. I always kept my cool.
Having said all of that, I think it was a really, really good show. The producers did a phenomenal job of making the show what it was. And I think it ran for 2 seasons, and people loved it. People love the show. So there you have it. Reality TV is not real.
No, it's not even this. No, reality TV is very real and very fake. It's very real and very fake because those are real emotions.
Is the title deceiving? Like the reality TV?
It's not deceiving. It's not deceiving because, again, it's real people, but in situations that you really wouldn't be in real life. But at the end of the day, it's real emotion. So these people are really reacting to their real emotions.
So is it fake or is it real?
I said it at the beginning, and I'll stand by it. It's very real and it's very fake. The emotions are not fake. The scenarios you're putting people in are constructed. The scenarios you're putting people in are scenarios that in real life, they would not choose to be in it. If you already know, oh, this bitch is stupid, I'm not sitting down to have dinner again with a bitch I think is stupid. You understand? But in reality TV, guess what? The next scene, you guys are going to sit together and talk about what your issues are. No! I don't want to talk about what my issues are. I actually don't care about those issues or this person. I never want to speak or see them again. How's that? How's that reality? Shit.
There was an episode. It was a very, very famous episode. What did Dedra really say?
All the girls were at Bugaloo and an entire fight breaks out.
A lot of times when I was there, when I'm on set, I play like a security guard for Mushiya, right? So I can always see what's coming. So they really didn't like when I'm on set, especially when all the girls are around. They don't like that. I don't know if it's an intimidation factor or the fact that I have Mushiya's back too much. So that day, they told me, they begged me not to actually go to Bugaloo because they said all the girls were getting together. They said, if it would be great if I was in presence because what they told me was Mushiya's not herself. That's what they told me. I don't know if
what they told you?
Yeah, that's what they said. They said Mushiya's not herself when I'm around. And I was playing a team player, so whatever, because at this point we were all vested, wanted the show to be great. So they told me it would really, really be nice if I wasn't around. So I said, okay, cool. But you know what they didn't know?
What they didn't know.
I sent reinforcement.
Lou sent a whole bunch of his boys.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. I sent reinforcement.
I remember that.
Yes. Even when I wasn't around, I had a few undercover. I had a few spies around.
All the time.
Just in case, if shit goes down, I know my baby was covered. So that's always on the back end.
That was
so
funny.
That's actually a secret. They didn't even know that. I always had my, I had my people in the crowd just in case something goes down. Yeah, and Bugaloo is a club in Atlanta, by the way. It's a very, very famous nightclub in Atlanta.
And a huge fight breaks out amongst all the girls, except for me. But what did Dedra really say to Mushiya? You guys are about to find out, because they edited that shit.
Whoa.
Right after this commercial.
Are you struggling to keep up with the ever-changing world of social media marketing? Are you struggling to post content every day? Well, Zufire has you covered. Hire an entire social media marketing team to manage your accounts starting from just $125 per week. We will do all your brainstorming, design engaging creatives, write compelling captions, review and upload all of your posts, and study the analytics to continuously improve your growth and engagement. You concentrate on what you do best. Growing your business, improving your products and services while sipping on some fine wine by the poolside, watching your followers grow. We have a decade of social media marketing experience and more than 100 satisfied clients. Stop stressing and letting your content sit in your phone and let Zufire ignite your business to grow. Contact us to start now.
Let's watch the clip together.
Because you thought your little friend can be civilized.
Excuse me. Too much shade being thrown right now. Everybody need their shade.
So go ahead and just give them behind the scene. What's happening there? We've seen a lot of people at sitting at a table. Look like it was a dinner table, and this is when you guys were in Bugaloo. So give a
I
background.
mean, we're just in Bugaloo because apparently Beauty and Dedra have some situation that is unresolved in terms of either Dedra owing Beauty some money and blah, blah, blah. It was probably petty dollars, but it was a story,
Well,
right?
yeah, well, I think it was it Dedra that owed Beauty money? I think it was LaKenya that owed Beauty money.
Oh, it was LaKenya.
Yeah, it was LaKenya. Some
that owed
booth rent. It was booth rent.
Beauty money. And so Dedra ends up taking money out of her purse and throwing it.
Oh,
At
and
Beauty.
it was like something. It was something like crazy, like $60, something like that,
It
right?
was some
or
dumb
$100.
ass
I don't remember. It was a
I
very
don't even
small
think
amount.
It was that. It might have been 72 cents.
Okay, yeah, but
Short of a dollar.
I understand the words coming out of your mouth, honey. Speak English. Are you kidding me? Straight from Africa? Are you kidding me?
Well, how did you get involved? How did she call you what she called you? We can see in the scene right now, it says African Zulu.
I don't quite remember, because generally I spectate when they start acting crazy and let them continue acting like foolish peasants, okay? So in that moment, I may have tried to make sense of the situation for them because generally they don't make sense. And I found myself to be the only one with a lot of reason aside from Maya sometimes. And so sometimes I would insert myself to perhaps allow them to see a little reason and calm the fuck down, right?
Yeah, I said
And
she was
so-
going for you. She was saying
But
you
they
don't
were-
have green cards.
Yes, but they were coming for me. That was the whole
Yeah.
goal is always to come for me, right?
Yeah.
But the problem with these people is they don't understand that I am quick, swift, and witty as hell. Okay? So I will try to assist and help you reason. But if you keep trying me, I'll make you cry. So anyway, she somehow decides that she's gonna tell me that I have no green card. And on the scene, you hear her say, "You African Zulu queen," or something like that, or
Yeah.
African Zulu something.
Yeah. What did she really say?
What Dedra really said to me on set that they cleaned up when they later on thought about it is she called me an African monkey.
Wow.
She called me an African monkey.
Man. That
From the
pause for
moment-
that pause for a conversation.
From the moment that happened, I said, I will not insert myself in the same room as this buffoon, nor should she ever have the honor of being in my space again.
Wow. That was crazy. Even as I'm hearing you, I knew what it was, and even as I'm hearing you say it right now, it still take me back.
I'm a proud African.
It's crazy. Have you forgiven Dedra for this?
I've never needed to forgive her for that. That's something she needed to forgive herself for. To me, it was just so ignorant, so small, so uneducated that I refused to continue to associate myself with such ignorance. So you forgive somebody when they do something to you or when they hurt you. She didn't hurt me. She hurt herself. But I can have the choice of whether I want to continue being in the same room as a person and being associated with a person that's such an idiot.
Do you think she was a victim of the production company? And I watch a lot of these girls as well too. A lot of them have the same regrets about the show. Like
I don't have any regrets about the show.
but I feel like she could have been a victim of
She was.
of the production company, and also to me that that creates even a larger discussion. Like this where a bunch of black women, and like we both are immigrants, right? We came from a different country to come to United States, and these were some of the ignorant statements that we used to endure back in the days. Like that was like way back in the days, back in the '90s. Where people didn't really know too much about Africa, people didn't really know too much about immigrants, where the media would portray Haitians in a different lights, Africans, all you knew about Africa back in those times, where what those UNICEF commercials used to show.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I feel like she could have been a victim of that.
Not could have been. She absolutely was a victim of
Okay.
that. They were all absolutely victims of that. The difference between them and myself and perhaps Maya is they allowed themselves to be a victim of them.
Mm-hmm.
They allowed themselves because they couldn't see past their desire to just say or do anything for fame and sell their soul and sell their intelligence and sell their pride. And so they were absolutely victims of that. I limited my victimization, if that's a word for that, regarding what she said. I stood strong by not wanting to film with her again. Scene after scene, they tried. They wanted us to film again so badly. I refused for scenes and weeks and until they convinced me that she wanted to apologize. I said, I don't need her apology. Right? There was nothing to forgive nor nothing to apologize. Apologize to
Put her in the
yourself.
box from that point.
Apologize to your poor kids who have to watch you act like this as a grown 65-and-a-half-year-old woman. Apologize to them. You understand? Don't apologize to me. I don't need it. But eventually, I let my guards down. They convinced me
They
to
set
meet
you
with
up.
her.
They set you up.
Oh, that's what they do. So they
They
convinced
set
me
you up.
to meet with her because they really, just for her, for the sake of her, she really needs to get that out and she really wants to apologize and she's really feeling bad about it. I said, okay, whatever. As a charity something, I'll go and allow herself to say sorry so she can feel better about herself. No problem.
If it doesn't go well, like let it be the last time you meet with that person.
I'm gonna go and meet this girl as a charity to her soul. Okay?
I get to the dinner.
Yeah, we watching that right now. We watching you, going in.
Oh, wow. You must have a hot date after you leave here. God, I feel underdressed.
So
There's
what's
a little
going on?
lipstick right here.
It's okay.
Oh, okay. Can I help you out?
It's okay. I know I'm hot. I don't need your compliments, sweetie. Keep them. Let's get down to the meat. How are you?
I am well.
Okay.
So how are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm always wonderful.
Okay. Good. So did you want to get anything to drink or anything to eat?
I'm good. Talk to me.
I come in. She's already ready for me. She's already ready. She does not sound like an apologetical person. Is that a word? But mind you, remember, real emotions, real women in scenarios that are constructed and set up. Why would I sit with her again in real life? But okay, fine.
So I did invite you here to talk about Bugaloo.
What about?
And just some of the change that we had. I can't even understand the words coming out of your mouth, honey. Speak English. Zufire. Straight from Africa. Are you kidding me? The thing about, calling you an African, it didn't sit well with me. Because I have a lot of African friends.
Hold on. Did you hear yourself?
Yes.
And then, as you can see, they told her a whole different story than they told me. She had zero intentions of apologizing. As you can see, the moment I walked in, she was ready for me. She was ready to just try her best to break me. That's why I had that long smile on my face, because I was just waiting. I said, if you go there.
Hold on. Did you hear yourself?
Yes.
Did you hear yourself?
Yes, I heard myself.
And
Did
you
you
thought
hear
about
me?
it?
I thought about
You
it.
sound like those Caucasians who say, I'm not racist, I have a black friend.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I'm not racist because I have African friends.
So wait.
I just feel bad.
Weren't you trying, what do you feel bad about being stupid? This right here, you go to it with everybody.
I know, and I'm...
See see how stupid you looked that day when you were on the floor? Did you see how stupid you looked when you were on the floor?
Friends on the floor.
Don't you look like a 40-year-old child? You're amazing.
You are too.
This is what you called me for?
Amazing. Like hair and dressing on.
You're an idiot. Congratulations. You continue to make a spectacle of yourself.
No, you're the one making a spectacle. How many kids did you have? Are you pregnant now?
Congratulations. To be ignorant and have no desire to change is not worth my time to sit there and tell you and teach you what you need to know. Enjoy your bye.
Whatever you guys hear that she's saying is not what she really said. They edited that again because I'm sure they realized, yeah, we might have a lot of problems if we release this the way that it is. Rather than saying, oh, I didn't mean to call you an African Zulu, I just meant to call you an African, she actually said, I didn't mean to call you an African monkey. I meant to just call you a monkey.
Really?
You don't remember that?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I forgot
Yes.
about that.
Yes, that's why talking about this was so important. She said, I really didn't mean to call you an African monkey. I just meant to call you monkey.
Oh, shit.
Tu te rappelles pas de ça?
No.
Sérieux, tu te rappelles pas de ça?
I swear to God.
Yes. Remember, that was the big deal, and that's why...
The show happened a few years back, so I don't remember everything.
And remember, that was a big, big, big deal. Like, we were talking with the people,
Yeah,
and they told the insider whose name I'm
I
not going to
remember
say.
the executive called.
Exactly. And they said they can't do that because it's going to raise too much controversy in the world
That's
and for the network.
That's true.
But in reality, it was the producers who said, when you get to her, do not apologize. Just change what you said. So they wanted me, because don't forget, they're trying so hard to get me out of my continuous calmness. I was always very calm and always very together, and you can't affect me. You can tell me whatever you wanted, and you can, as long as you don't touch me, you can tell me whatever you wanted, say to me whatever you wanted, talk about whoever you wanted. And I would always be so calm and collected. Why? Because I know that you're a puppet. I know that you're a puppet. Everything that you're saying out of just trying to become relevant in the world. And if that's what it takes for you to become relevant on TV or relevant in the world, why the hell would I be affected by that bullshit? I am unbothered, absolutely unbothered.
That's crazy. So they told you that she was ready to apologize.
Yes.
And then they told her not to apologize.
Not to apologize.
And then to clarify, she didn't want to call you an African monkey. She just wanted to call you a monkey. Wow, that's fucked up.
She just wanted to call me a monkey.
That's
and
crazy.
This is their narrative. So the producers don't have to call me a monkey. The cameraman doesn't have to call me a monkey. The editors don't have to call me a monkey. All they have to do is get a dumb ass
Dedra?
other black girl to call me a
Crazy.
monkey. Because that's how they feel, right?
Wow.
But then your dumbass listens to them and does exactly what they do. You're a little bitch puppet.
That's crazy. African monkey. That
Idiot.
shit is ridiculous.
Idiot.
That is stupid beyond stupid.
Yeah, I was pissed. I was so pissed for that moment when she said, I didn't mean to call you an African monkey. I just meant to call you a monkey. I was pissed.
The fact that she fell for the trap.
That's the stupid
You know what I'm
part
saying? That was stupid. That's crazy, man.
At what expense?
We gotta do better.
We gotta do better. At what expense are you gonna try to be famous? And then the worst part about it, who remembers those bitches? Who remembers those bitches? Nobody remembers those bitches. What the hell are you doing now? So you sold your soul for 5 minutes. I don't even remember your ass.
It's crazy, man. In the world that we live, right, with everything that's going on, I'd always come back to us fighting among each other, right? Always us insulting each other.
Always.
But it's always them that sets us up to insult each other.
And they are setting us up to insult each other. They are setting us up and making money off watching all of these black women just eat and break each other. It's terrible.
So like, am I mad at Dedra?
If you do not have your own product brand right now, you are leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table, especially if you are in the beauty industry or if you are an influencer. You could easily be making an extra 6 figures selling your own product brand in your sleep. But we get it. Building a product line can easily cost $50K plus and be time consuming as hell. I don't know where to start. I don't have the time. How will I compete? Well, this year, right now, make no more excuses because Zufire has you covered. Get your own product line in just 10 days for an obnoxiously low cost. Sit back and sip on some wine while we create your entire product development and branding. From ingredient sourcing to formulating to sampling to packaging, labeling, and fulfillment, we got you. Don't have a logo or product name yet? Have no worries. Zufire will even help choose your colors, create your logo, design your labels, and deliver your first set of inventory in your hands, ready to sell. And all of this in just 10 days for a one-time cost of less than $2,500. Stop dreaming about this product brand and start selling your own brand today. Contact us now to get started.
You can't be mad at her.
You see what
She
I'm
was
saying?
a
Like,
pawn.
is she a victim? Is she a victim of society?
She's a victim of society. She was a pawn.
Yeah.
She was an easy target to put problems and inflict problems amongst black women. She was an easy target.
And I find all of the girls on that show were like that. You were the only one that were not. Yeah.
The rest of them were weak.
Yeah, all of them were victim of that. It really helped that you had a foundation, know who you are.
100%.
A lot of them, to me, I found that they were just trying to get on TV. And when you really have no real talent to sell, you fall for anything.
Lou, did you hear yourself?
Uh-huh.
You just called all of them untalented.
No, they were not talented. That's the truth. A lot of them. No. This is
I think
serious.
it's funny.
Well, that's true.
I think you're right.
They're not talent. Like when they're trying to compare yourself, and that's why you stood out in that show. It was not a coincidence. Like you stood out in that show because you're talented. A lot of people don't know that. You know, like people didn't know that, you know, you did stuff like The Lion King on Broadway. Nobody knew that. People didn't know. A lot of people didn't know that you were a real singer. People didn't know that you can actually act. Like you have a lot of talent. And it wasn't just like you're very artistic. So it doesn't matter. You're just not gonna fall for anything. And you always had your head on your shoulder. You have a lot of talent, and you've been in a lot of different rooms. You've been on different. You've done commercials. You've done a lot of stuff before. People didn't know that. So I think a lot of these girls they just saw what was being portrayed on reality TV show, and they watch other shows how people with zero talent became a star, and I think they all were aiming for that stardom.
Yep.
You know, like they felt like, you know, the more stupid you act, the more famous you'll become, and sometimes that happens, but I think the reason you stood out because you were very talented and you were being yourself and you were making a mockery of all of them on set, and people took interest in what you were saying.
And I also have to add that I had and have an amazing support group, you know, from you just always being there, always supporting me. And not only would we show up on set you and I, we would show up on set with our marketing director, our assistants, our marketing team. We stayed rolling deep.
We
you know,
had a team.
We had a team,
We had
and
a
so
team.
everybody knew that we had a purpose, and we came with intention, and we were intentional about everything we said, everything we did, every move we made. We were intentional, and if it didn't fit with our goals, if it didn't fit with where we were going with our business, we didn't
wouldn't
do
do
it,
it.
or we wouldn't say it. The other girls had nobody. None of them had men. They were all single. They didn't have any support system. They had nobody
They
on
had no
set.
real business.
No
Our
real business.
We
no
were
goals.
we were a serious business. Like
So-
we were
Right.
we were making a lot of a lot
Moves
of
and
a lot of moves.
And so how do you stay focused when you actually don't even have an end goal? How you can't blame them for being so lost and so all over the place because they don't even know what path they're on to be able to focus enough to stay on that path. There is no path. It's just the path of how stupid can I be? Get the hell out of here, boo. Sit your ass down. Anyway,
Yeah. You sound like
I sound like I'm on set.
you sound like you said you really went there.
Sit your ass down.
Nah.
And you know what? Sorry. Something else that you said that was so important. What were you saying? You were talking about a victim of something, okay?
A victim of society.
Yes, a victim of society, okay? And you also said, here are these black women fighting, and you said somehow it's always them that creates this, whether it's on reality TV, whether it's in real life, in Africa, in Congo, in Haiti, white people are always looking to make black people fight amidst each other for their own profit, okay? I said it. White people are always looking to make black people fight amidst each other for their own benefit and their own profit. And where we fail is that we actually do it. And we
always fall for
don't
the trap.
see the real enemy. The real enemy is Roger, John, and Paul. There was a time, many times, I would sit with these girls. I remember one specific time I sat with Beauty. We were about to shoot a scene, and I took her out, and I said, I want to speak with you. And I sat her down privately, and I said, listen to me. Let me tell you what these people are doing to us and how foolish we look on TV in front of the people fighting as black women and showing to the world and to our daughters and to our sisters that black women cannot work together nor cannot coexist. And I spoke to her candidly without the cameras where she didn't feel like she had to prove a point. And I was sweet and gentle as possible. And she's like, Mushiya, you're right. She said, Mushiya, you're right. I said, listen, we can go on TV and show them something different. I said, it will still get ratings if we show them something different, which is that black women can get together and black women can coexist and black women can empower each other. It's not always about breaking and bringing each other down. I said, let's show them that. Reality TV has never seen that. And I had to like appease to her, want to be a star, right? So I'm like, reality TV has never seen that. So that is what's going to make this show different. And it itself will go viral just because they've never seen that. And she was like, Mushiya, I get it. You're right. We hugged.
I felt like
we
her.
kissed.
She's the one that they play the most.
Lou, we hugged, we kissed, we did all that shit. And I was so excited that she understood. And when I tell you, the next day we went on set, all my guards are down because I'm like, me and this girl have a pact. And what these producers don't know is that we're about to coexist kindly and happily and proudly. And oh my God. Oh my God. When I tell you this girl came from me from the moment we sat down in this scene, came and came and came. And I didn't retaliate. And I kept telling her, listen, we talked about this, baby. I started softly. We talked about
Oh,
this.
you said that on set?
I
Like
said,
while
baby,
they were filming?
While they were filming, I would say, we talked about this. So every single time she insulted me, I wouldn't come back with something. I said, we talked about this. And I'm looking at her in the eye, and she's looking at me like devilish, like, oh, I got her now, you know? And I said, I'm not gonna come back for you. I said, but I will give you 10 chances. And I said, Beauty, this is chance
What
4.
scene was that? Where
We're going to find that scene. I said, Beauty, this is chance 4. I know exactly when it is.
Is that the...
We were sitting together somewhere. I said, Beauty, this
Oh,
is
okay, that's
5.
not the the one in the store.
No, that's not the one in the store. I said
Okay.
that one in the store. That's a whole nother episode. We need to do 2 episodes of this. So I said, beauty, baby, sweetie, this is the 8th time. I said, you have 2 more chances because when I come, I'm gonna make you cry, and you know this. Don't compete with me on that atmosphere because when I come for you, I will come so calmly, and you'll be the one crying, and I'll be the one laughing as usual. And she never stopped, and she kept coming for me. And by the end of that scene, she was the one crying. And
You made
I
her
said,
cry?
oh my God. That was the time when she was, after the scene and the cameras went down, she was in her car. She was bawling. She was
Oh, I
bawling.
remember
and
that.
all the producers were around her trying to comfort her, and she's just bawling.
I
and
remember
she's
they called me.
Bawling.
They called me.
Yeah, and she's just bawling, and I'm like, I gave her chances. I told her, we talked about this, baby. I said, we talked about this, baby. And I'm dying of laughter. I'm dying of laughter because I didn't want to come there and do that. I wanted to come there as powerful, strong woman, and you didn't let me, and you tried me 10 times. And I said, baby, she didn't listen. But this is to say, that's what they do to us.
Yeah.
That's what they do to us. And while we want to say that they're the enemy, we are our own enemy, right? They're going to come as long as we continue to allow them. We have to decide that we want to work together. We have to decide to stick together. Just like you and I stuck together the entire time they try to separate me and you.
I think when you and Maya perhaps were on scene, I felt like you guys were very entertaining without, the unnecessary insults or, you never fight. That's one thing that was very, very proud of you in the show. And, I was on edge every time you on set, whether if I was there or not.
That's a promise that I made to myself that I knew they were puppets. And I knew that I would let none of that get me to a point where I wanted to fight. Because at the end of the day, woman A wins the fight, both look stupid. Both women look stupid.
Exactly.
And I never, ever wanted to be in a position on TV, highlighted in front of the world,
That's a
and in front
lose-lose
of my
fight.
children, to be fighting as a black woman. You just disrespected yourself.
Yes. Yeah, I think you're right. There's nothing more degrading when you see 2 grown women are fighting.
Women.
And forget being grown, like professional women. I think it's a lose-lose situation when you end up fighting. And that's the promise. I'm glad. I'm very proud of you for not actually fighting in that show. But I know they tried.
Oh, they tried.
And I know it was really, really, really hard not to.
Zufire, get out.
You need to fix your face, sweetie. Get out, get out, get out. I think Dedra should either leave the brunch or shut the hell up and fix your face.
Yeah.
They'll try.
So.
Do you remember when they tried to make me film a scene in the alley?
In the alley?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember?
No.
Before the oil scene, they tried to make me film a
Oh,
scene with Beauty in an alley.
Yes.
What are 2 black women doing in an alley?
Yes. I remember that.
Because they kept trying to get Beauty and I to fight,
That's
and Beauty was
stupid.
ready to fight, but I kept saying that
stupid.
I'm not even raising my voice in public places. I'm not acting crazy in an alley.
Yeah, I remember that. I declined
an
that.
alley.
They came to me. And I think that scene still ended up being a disaster.
Oh my
Because there was a lot of tension. I remember that. There was a lot of tension. It still ended up being a disaster.
What really happened, and where we really had that scene, I'm
will
going to
talk
talk
about
about
that
that in
another
another
time,
episode. Me and you were saying the
'Cause-
same thing. It's too much.
Yeah, 'cause that's a whole episode.
That's an entire
Yeah.
episode. When I'll tell you guys what really happened in the oil store, oh my goodness. Anyway,
that was crazy. That was crazy.
we'll be right back. Bosses in love, baby.
Bosses in love, baby.
We are the trendsetters, the tastemakers. We are the boss bitches of this Atlanta hair game.
It's your world.
I got a question.
Tell me your question.
My question is, would you do another reality TV show?
I absolutely would. So
Why?
TV is a powerful, powerful marketing tool. And I'm a businesswoman, especially in these days when people can watch TV right on their telephones. Everybody has a TV in their hands. All of these shows are going to have some type of production. These producers are literally only doing their job. They have their executives who are telling them exactly what to do. So regardless of what show I'm doing, it's about the person.
See, I know how to put on a show. Period. But it's easy for me because this is who I am all day. So when that camera goes on, I will give you a show. I'm making the network money. I'm making the production team money. I'm making our brand money. I'm making everybody money. While still remaining steadfast in my principles.
For me, same question. I don't know. We have been approached for a lot of other shows that we've turned down. Even prior to cutting in ATL, there were other shows that approached us. High, low budget. We turned some of them down. And a lot of people ask me that all the time, and even people on your social media page. We need Mushiya on TV. We need
Everywhere
Mushiya.
I go, people are always DMing me, texting me, telling me, "Oh my God, we need you back on
miss
TV."
you on TV.
And I would come, given the right situation, the right show.
Yeah.
Period. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Right situation, right show.
Boss is in love, baby. So, talk to me. How did you balance life, doing all the chaos of reality TV?
Support system. 100% my support system. I truly did my business on the reality TV show. I didn't make up shit for the reality TV show like some of the women did, which means now you have to take time making some shit up that's actually irrelevant in your life and in your business life, whereas they were filming things I was really doing. I was really building and scaling a hairline and building salons and doing charity for domestic violence women, and I was really raising a family, and I was really a married woman, a wife who took care of her husband. So all of these things that they were filming were my life. They were my real life.
I know it's tough too. A lot of people didn't know that show lasted. We filmed for like 8 or 9 months out of the year, and sometimes they would come back and film for an additional month, and sometimes you film 5 to 6 days a week, and towards the end sometimes you were filming like almost 7 days.
Yeah,
that was really, really tough. I think you should talk.
I mean, it was tough. It was 100%. It was tough, and you hardly sleep. But then again, I'm a businesswoman, so sometimes you don't sleep anyway. It was tough. I was still a wife and a mother and still cooking at home and cleaning and having to film. And I learned how to do makeup. In that time, I learned how to do makeup really well because it's not always I had the time to go to my makeup artist every single day and have her do a full 1 hour face on me or have her come to me wherever the hell I was, So I learned how to do makeup in that time because I can do my makeup and get on set and get dressed in 18 minutes. I am ready to go. So it wasn't easy, but again, naturally, I'm a gangster. I'm like a doll. You press the button and I'm gone. I do what needs to be done. Ignore my fatigue, ignore my sleeplessness, and I get what needs to be done. It's that simple. Of course, I have crashing days. I have nights I crash because I haven't stopped moving. But I'm a gangster.
It was hard because you were gone a lot of times during filming. And there were times that, we both were required to be on set. I know. The kids were young back then too. They were really young, and we were. A lot of time we had to divide and conquer. I had to have your back while you were filming. Hold it down from cooking to taking care of the kids, doing homework. Like we've always been like that. So it was no different, but it was definitely it was a challenging situation. But did you have fun though filming that stuff?
I had a lot of fun regardless. There are very, very high intense moments, but I had fun filming that because I was calm, I was myself, and I found and always find the fun and excitement in whatever situation that you may put me in. So
It wasn't fun for me.
I know you were always on edge.
Man,
You were always on edge.
Yes.
On the edge.
That's exactly it.
But
yeah.
but you know what? That's pretty normal. Like when I go on stage for anything, cameras on,
this one was
cameras off.
different.
I know that was intense.
This one,
That was more intense.
because
But you
you
stay on
talk
edge.
about being on national
Because you
TV,
never know what I'm going to say or do.
in front of millions and millions, potential billions of people. This show is very popular, so yeah, it wasn't fun. Like throughout the whole process, it was not fun.
You did not
I'm
have
gonna
fun?
tell you why. While you were filming it, it wasn't fun for me because I never know what the heck is gonna happen.
Or and unpredictable.
On any given moment, these girls, like I know the type of fire that the producers was fueling in you, and and I know they were doing the same thing with those other girls, and it kept just getting more intense and more intense every episode. So while you're filming, I'm on edge, and throughout the whole, mind you, that lasts 8 months, 8 to 9 months per year, and it take another maybe 5 or 6 months to for editing, and these shows you're at the mercy of the editors, man. I'm on edge throughout the whole time as well too until I see the episodes.
That's the only time I was on edge.
Yeah, well, even the because you never know what they're gonna add.
I was on
like
edge,
even that whole Dedra stuff, that whole African monkey stuff. Like I remember, like I was, we had PR ready, to talk about it. Like I remember that. Like we were ready to talk about that stuff.
To go ahead and do all kinds of damage control because.
There wasn't no damage control. Like we were ready to talk because we knew that would generate a lot of PR. And I remember WeTV, they called us when they made the decision. They said they were gonna edit that stuff out because we talked about it because we didn't want them to put it on. Remember we said because we expressed concern that if you guys put that, it's gonna be damaging to the show.
To the show, it's gonna be damaging to the network.
And we didn't want anybody to call you that on TV. That was very, very, very nerve-wracking for me, man. Like the only time that I was at ease is when they would send us the episode maybe like a day or the day of the show that we would watch it before. And once I watched the episodes, I'm good. So when we were watching it live on TV, we were required to like tweet and all that stuff about it. I was cool. Then that's when I was calm, man, because it wasn't fun.
It was not. It was not fun for you, and I understand that because you have a lot of those moments. Even when I'm on stage right now speaking, or I'm on stage performing, like you're on edge, which is understandable because sometimes I surprise my own self with what comes out of my mouth. Because sometimes I speak and think later, okay? Or speak and just don't even think about it at all. I said what I said, and I did what I did. What? Other than that, another reason we had PR control, which I might cut this part out, by the way, it's also because of what I said when she... no, I didn't mean to call you an African monkey. I meant to just call you a monkey.
That's crazy.
I went in on her.
That was crazy.
Remember? I went in on her.
You did?
Remember, I went in and I prayed.
No, remember they kept me away that day as well too, so I wasn't there.
I prayed that they would cut it off. I prayed, and so we also had our publicists ready to do damage control because
for that.
Yes.
What did you say?
Ooh. We can cut this out, maybe.
Tell the people what you're saying, Mush.
Lou.
Be real.
What I said was so hardcore.
What did you say?
It
What'd you
was
call her?
so hardcore.
Did you call her your favorite world? Neanderthal?
I think my lash is coming out. I'm laughing so hard. Oh my
What'd you call her?
I may have called him the Neanderthal once or twice, but no, you don't remember?
Man, I actually don't remember. Like,
Oh
shit, this
my
has been a
gosh,
long
Lou.
time.
Okay.
This show happened a few years ago, so I don't remember everything.
So she tells me what she tells me.
Uh-huh.
I get up and I start clapping. And I said, congratulations. You managed to make yourself look like an idiot yet again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I leaned over to her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I thought the cameras would have picked it up, but I'm mic'd. I leaned over to her. This is really, really, really bad. Like, how am I gonna tell on myself? That's telling on myself, Lou. Why are you making me tell on myself?
I don't remember.
Anyways,
Tell
we
it.
can cut this shit in editing. So I leaned over to her and I said,
You said that?
yes, I was so glad they cleaned it up and just took it out.
Oh, wow.
You don't remember?
You
You don't remember? I got home traumatized because I'm like, oh my God, they got the worst out of me, Lou. They managed to get the worst out of me.
Oh, you were out of character big time.
Oh, and then I got up and whatever was on our table, I threw everything on the ground. I wiped my hand and threw everything on the ground, went in my purse,
You're not doing another show again.
put some money.
You're not
Listen,
doing another.
I put some money on the table to cover whatever the hell I just broke and threw on the floor. And I went, peace, and walked out. And they cut
I saw the
hole-
piece.
They cut
I
out
saw
the
the
hole in
piece.
between. And then I waited for her. And I waited for the cameras to go down. And when the cameras went down, I went to go look for her. And I said, I just want to talk to Dedra for a minute. They're like, oh, Mushiya, the scene is over. I said, I want to talk to her just for a moment. Let me just talk to her. And she's running and hiding with the producers. And I said, I just want to speak to her. I just want to speak to her. I just want to have a quick conversation. Allow me to speak to her. And they begged me
So they got to you
to
too.
go home. Oh, yeah, they got to me. Absolutely, they got to me that time.
So was that anger been directed at Dedra or was it at the producers?
Both. At the producers, because they're the ones who are planting this, But still, a piece of my anger is going to go to this also lost case of a Dedra because you accepted to let them use you to demean us as a people. You are African too. I'm not the only African. You are African. We are African. And we should be proud of that and never let these other people separate us and allow us to demean each other to that point. Do what you want for fame, but that was crossing lines. I'm a proud African. You're African, and they're African. Everybody's African. Life began in Africa. As Africans, we are the template of the human being. How dare you let somebody tell you otherwise? So yes,
I hear that.
my anger was directed at everybody in the room. Everybody. Despite this all, we survived reality TV.
Sound like you survived it.
There's so much more to talk about. We got to have another episode.
I feel like we need to bring somebody.
Let's bring them on. Let's
That'd
bring
be
them
dope if we can
on.
bring everybody on.
Let's bring
That'd be
everybody
really, really
on.
dope.
Oh my God, that's even better. Let's
Yeah.
bring everybody on. Oh my God, let's bring everybody on. Beauty doesn't even
Oh yeah.
she doesn't even talk to me.
yeah.
I saw her on the streets one day.
I know I can get Dedra. Like I said, me and Dedra, man, I think we.
No, Dedra, you can get, but I saw.
We've never actually talked about you, actually.
Oh, Baloo, I saw. I don't know if you were there. One time I saw Beauty. I was walking in the club, and I'm like, "Hi."
She ignored you.
She looked at me and straight walked by me. It's like that.
Wow.
Oh, she was so mad at me because she started as the star of that show, and by the end of it, everyone was obsessed with Mushiya, and that broke her entire self and confidence. But I'm gonna call her and I'm gonna reach out to her. Maybe I'll call her live, guys. I'll call her. I'll call her while we're while we're doing an episode and see if she picks me up. I'm calling her. Watch the next episode, guys. I'm gonna call her. I'm calling her. What's up, gorgeous darling? That's how it'll be. What's up, gorgeous darling? She won't even pick me up. I'm gonna private call her ass. Come sit down with me, boo. Come sit down with me, boo. Don't be scared. I won't hurt you or make you cry. Maybe I will. It depends how you act. I sound like a bitch. Let me behave.
Look of the day, baby. I just felt like saying that. It sounds dope.
Okay, fine. So look of the day. Went in with a little bit of black, little top, simple satin. I did some amazing, simple, gorgeous pants with just gorgeous buttons. Little jewelry. I didn't do much, you know. And then, well, it's a little nippy down here where we're recording. So why not just, you know, put a little, you know, simple sweater that sparkles with fringes all over. And then boots. Why not have a gold tip with a little gold
I
buckle?
like those, actually.
I know. Aren't they cute?
I've never seen those before. Is this the first time?
I think it's the first time I wore them. So that's
I've never seen those.
You like them?
Those are nice.
I love them with like a wide pair. I want to get a wide leather pant, and like they drop to the floor and just the tip sticks out. And the heel sticks out.
Those are dope. I like
My look
those.
of the day. What's your look of the day? I actually copied you. I saw when you got dressed and you wore black. So I wore black too.
Man, my look of the day. I mean, today, I guess it was the all black theme, right? Since
I feel like we did all black last time too.
did we?
I feel like
Yeah.
we did.
Alrighty.
Well,
I guess we love black.
we gotta go color next time.
Yeah, we do. We
Okay,
do.
fine.
So, you know, I went with, you know, the leather pants. You know, not everybody can rock a leather pants and look straight, though.
Love me a leather pants on you.
Yeah. So, got the leather pants. It's cool little top, you know, just nice long sleeve top.
See through.
See through. Yeah, you have to say that.
I'm saying it 'cause it's nice. See through
Yeah.
with like what's that pattern called? I don't
It's
even know. Paisley?
dope. I just love that. And I brought out these are Air Force Ones, actually. Just dope, man. I saw those and I was in love. I fell in love with them instantly. So, and of course I got my signature look, man. The hat, you know. If you know me, I rock a hat all the time. So that's my look of the day, man. Just keep it simple, keep it real, keep it Lou. You know what I mean?
Loving it. Like, and then remember, I'm gonna misbehave and make some phone calls. Why not?
I wish they got whatever they wanted out of it.
Frankly, I haven't seen anybody do shit. One of them was renting out of the suites. Bitch, now I own a whole entire suite. You want to rent from me? Please come. I will save a special place in the suite for your ass. Okay? What did Dedra ever do? She just had a salon or something. I don't even know. What are they doing now? What are they doing now? No one. They had no direction. They had no focus. They had no goals. They didn't even know how to utilize the platform that was gifted to them. The only thing they knew how to do is say dumb shit and try to separate black women. Where are you now? Come to the show. Come to Bosses in Love and tell me where you are now.
Bosses, yeah, I'm really all for let's try to get them all. We should. Just trying to get you know what? I'm going to extend an invitation to everybody. I think I should try to reach out to everybody.
Well, I'm going to reach out to them.
I don't know.
I have no
I don't know
problem.
who doesn't like me. I'm not sure. You know, I'm cool with Dedra now. I'm cool. I used to be cool with Beauty. I'm not sure.
She hates me, baby.
I used to be cool with Beauty.
I mean,
You know,
she
we both
hates me.
Haitians, even though she claimed Cubans. I don't know.
Where from Cuba? Spell Cuba.
Yo, she claimed Cuban.
Spell Cuba.
She claimed Cuba. I don't know, man. Cuba or Dominican? I don't remember, but she
I think
claims
she claims Dominican. I don't know.
I hope it's not Dominican, by the way, but
'Cause
whatever.
Dominicans
I
hate
think-
Haitians and they're like the worst.
I think she claims Cuba.
Wow.
You
You
know,
sure?
yeah. I don't know.
Imagine it's Dominican that she's
Yeah,
claiming.
I hope not.
But she claimed a
I
whole
would
lot of
definitely
shit.
take a Haitian card away if she claimed
She
Dominican.
claimed a whole lot of shit. Beauty also claimed she went to the gym. Bitch, you went to the doctor's.
Oh my God.
You went to Dr. Body and said, please, doctor, can I get combo number 1? I want to look like everybody else.
La Kenya.
Cool.
Who's
that?
Bugging. Okay.
I'm just playing. I respect those who respect themselves. You can't respect yourself, you have no respect for me. I have no energy to instill respect in your ass. But carry on. You were saying?
Bosses in love, baby.
Where we explore how to navigate from the boardroom to the bedroom and everything in between. You know, they never had men, those ones. I think they had a few dates on the show that were set up from the white people. But I don't think they ever really, none of them had any male significant other. I mean, I don't know if they had girl significant others, but I know they had no significant others that we knew about. You know? And that's, you know what? And that's part of the problem. They represent most of America. They represent most of America. Most black women in America are single and unmarried because they act like those girls. They're ignorant.
I think that's another episode.
Let's make that the next
Tune in for episode 3 where we talk about single women in America.
No. Where we talk about why black women stay single and stay unmarried. That's what that is, baby.
Bosses in love. Subscribe and like our videos. And please share.
Share right now.
Let's go.
And in the next episode, let's find out why most black Americans are single and unmarried and are unmarriage material. Baby, we're filming a podcast. You have to hold on. Okay, my love? And also, put the beans on low.
Bosses in love, baby. We out.
Make sure to like and subscribe and share with all your friends. I promise you, it's going to get juicier and juicier and juicier. Mwah, 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 mwah. Stay gorgeous. Stay absolutely in love and obsessed with yourself. Bosses
Let
in
the
love.
beat rock.
We're out.
Let the beat rock.